Alright, let's just get right into it. The Wizards need to blow it up. Now, you're wondering, why am I making this video about the Wizards needing to blow it up when they are currently on a 5-game win streak and 6-1 in their last 7 games? To be honest with you, I just don't think this team is really that good. With Bradley Beal, he has missed some time due to injuries, but so far this season, he's averaging 23.5 points per game, 3.6 rebounds per game, 5.2 assists per game, 1 steal per game, while shooting 52.7% from the field, 34% from deep on 4.6 attempts per game, and 85.8% from the line. Now, Beal has been very good at scoring the ball as he has been for the majority of his career. He also has been a solid playmaker this season, being able to make basic reads, whether that's using his scoring gravity to create open looks for his teammates with passing out of a double team, or when he drives to the rim and kicks it out to an open teammate in the corner. But he's not a good or great playmaker, and he's not good defensively either. Beal is better as a second option or a third option on a contender, but with the Wizards, he's forced to be the number 1 option. He is just not good enough for him to be that and lead the Wizards to be a playoff team or anything more. Kristaps Porzingis is actually having a good season after not living up to expectations when he was with the Mavericks. And he has been healthy this season. He's currently averaging 22.2 points per game, 8.9 rebounds per game, 2.4 assists per game, 1.1 steals per game, 1.6 blocks per game, while shooting 47.8% from the field, 33% from deep on 5 attempts per game, and 80.3% from the line. Now, even though he's been very up and down from deep, this is the most points per game he has averaged since the 2017-2018 season. He has been better from the field overall. This season, this is the highest true shooting percentage of his career with 59.7%. And defensively, he's been better, being an okay rim protector and a solid rebounder. This is the most rebounds he has averaged since the 2019-2020 season. But next year is the last year of his contract where he has a player option, which he will probably decline. So it would be best for the Wizards to trade him at the deadline to a playoff team or contending team that would want him, and the Wizards would be able to get a first-round pick for him. Kyle Kuzma is currently averaging 21.4 points per game, 7.6 rebounds per game, 3.8 assists per game, while shooting 46.5% from the field, 34% from deep on 7 attempts per game, and 69.5% from the line. Now, there have already been rumors of playoff and contending teams that want to trade for Kuzma. He would fit on a lot of contending teams, with him being a wing that is a versatile defender that can guard multiple positions. He can create his own shot off the dribble while also being able to play off of other stars. He has also been brought up in trade rumors because, similar to Porzingis, next year is the last year of his contract where he has a player option, which he will definitely decline. That's not me assuming he will. There have been rumors that he would decline it because he wants to get paid more money and play in a bigger market. It would be best for the Wizards to trade him at the deadline to a playoff team or a contending team that would want him, and the Wizards would be able to get a first-round pick for him just like Porzingis. Rui Hachimura has been solid this season, averaging 13.6 points per game, while shooting 52.2% from the field, 34.5% from deep on 2.6 attempts per game, and 75.5% from the line. This has been the most efficient he has ever been from the field in his entire career. His percentage from deep has gone down significantly compared to last season. Last season, he was shooting 44.7% from deep on 2.9 attempts per game. But Rui isn't anything special, and he's one of the only few young players the Wizards have on their roster. And he hasn't shown this season or in past seasons that he has any potential of being a player the Wizards can keep long term. He's on the last year of his rookie deal and would probably be best for the Wizards to not bring him back. Instead, they should trade him at the deadline, and the Wizards would be able to get a first-round pick for him. Monte Morris is a solid backup point guard. In my opinion, he's one of the most underrated point guards in the league. With his contract, the Wizards could trade him at the deadline or in the offseason. Or they could just let him walk in next year's offseason if they don't get offered something they like for him. Deni Avdija and Corey Kispert are the other two only young players the Wizards have on the roster. They are both solid in their own right, but they're not young players that have potential to be the faces of their franchise. Deni Avdija can be a quality starter, but Kispert will probably be nothing more than an okay role player. Daniel Gafford is one of the best backup bigs in the league. He's a good rim protector, a solid rebounder, and good at catching lobs. Jordan Goodwin has been solid when the Wizards have given him minutes, but lately they haven't been playing him. If they continue to not give him minutes and don't want to re-sign him to a new contract, it'd be best to trade him at the deadline. And if the Wizards decided to trade him at the deadline, there would definitely be a lot of contending teams interested in him. In my opinion, the Wizards just need to blow it up. This roster is just not good enough to be anything more than a play-in team. And if they do make it out to play-in, they'll get swept by the 1 seed or 2 seed they have to play. The Wizards have players they can trade and be able to bring back first-round picks by trading Beal in the offseason and trading Kuzma, Porzingis, and Hachimura at the deadline. They don't have a young player on the roster that can be their franchise player. But if they were to trade Beal, Kuzma, Porzingis, and Hachimura, they'd be able to improve their odds of getting a high pick in the lottery. Then with that high pick, they'd be able to draft a guy that they could build their franchise around, and to get out of constantly being stuck in mediocrity like they have been for the past few years. I appreciate you watching the video. If you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate it. I'll see you on the next video. More content on the way.